We will.
And then we'll have a global World War III.
I'm Israeli, and
what
we
is
need
your
to,
conflict?
I'm from Israel. We need to go to war.
Well, we're all human. We're all human beings. That's the most important thing. Before you're an Israeli or a Palestinian or Chinese or Japanese, you're a human being. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Let's survive for humanity.
It's for British. Some down there. I'm the one to come up here and down there.
No, that's 701 goes away. You with me, right?
Yeah, but two of my cousins down here. World War III.
China, Russia, Pakistan, all nuclear powers.
Get Africa.
No. Hold on.
We need the peacemakers making
We don't need the military-industrial complex, the cartels, and others demanding more wars. Because Iran is the same thing as what happened in Iraq. We're being lied to the same way in preparation for a war that should never happen. And we've got to get the Congress to stand up, give them a backbone, and say we need to institute the War Powers Act. Trump should in no way be allowed to escalate a situation which is already too far out of control, right? We need a global economic development plan. That was the basis of our own Constitution, to make things better, a government of, by, and for the people. That means we need economic growth. We should be working with every country like Russia, China, Iran, anybody else on economic development. That's the road to peace, right? That was what Pope Paul VI said.
Thank you.
Right?
Where are you from?
Huh?
Where are you from?
New Jersey. I was
Come here just for this?
No, I come here quite often. But I was an independent candidate for lieutenant governor in New Jersey when Chris Christie was running. Good friend of mine, Diane Sayre, ran as an independent for governor. And
What's your name?
Diane Sayre.
What's your name?
Oh, Bruce Todd. She just ran against Gillibrand in the last.
And are you an activist now?
I've been since '71.
Okay.
When I got out of the service in '71.
What was the first activist-related activity you ever did?
Went to an anti-war event in 1973 in Washington, D.C.
If you tell me you're good, why don't you go back to Israel and fight for what you believe in? So don't stand around. Hey,
worried for their family safety. This, as President Trump, is deciding whether or not to get involved.
the cops. You hate the
Deploy
cops.
your
Be
taser on
quiet.
him.
We don't hate the cops.
Put your knee on his neck.
We don't hate the cops. They will not tase me
Tackle
because
him.
they don't break the law.
Body slam this
Follow
guy.
the law. Follow the
Put your
law.
gun on him.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You should be retired.
Pepper spray. Pepper
You should
spray.
be retired, old man.
Pepper spray him.
Retired. Call your day. Call your day. Call your day, old man. Go back to Puerto Rico. I can't make you. You know. But I'll be back. We'll be back. We always come back. This is my city. This is my city, motherfucker. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. No, Donald Trump's a con man. And you should go back to Puerto Rico. Viva Trump. That's what we say. Viva Trump. Viva Trump. You hate the cops. Why are you talking to them? You hate the cops. You disrespect them. You do to me. You don't like it, right? Touche, motherfucker. Touche. You don't like it. You don't like it, right? You don't like it, right? You're gonna question me? You're gonna question me about being here? You're gonna question me about being here? I have the right to be here. I have the right to be here. You will not weaponize NYPD. It's not gonna work. You will not weaponize NYPD. You will not weaponize them. They are here for me and you. They're here for the Constitution. To be a protect the Constitution. You feel me?
Isolate to continue to rise up. We promise to commit ourselves to the struggle and ensuring that Zionism is dismantled forever.
Please help me in welcoming from the Answer Coalition, Brian Becker. Sisters and brothers, the Wall Street Journal, about an hour and a half ago, has a front page article, and it announces that Donald Trump plan to carry out a massive U.S. military strike against Iran. The article goes on to say he's approved of the plan, but he hasn't given the order yet. Now, of course, this is a demonstration of illegality, immorality, the lack of ethics, hubris, arrogance. You can come up with some other adjectives. But certainly, we have to recognize that this would not only be a terrible war crime, and it must be considered a crime against peace and a crime against humanity. The United States is at peace with Iran. There is no war that's been declared by the U.S. Congress against Iran. So the idea that Trump will send a 31,000-pound bomb, the so-called bunker buster bomb, to drop on Iranian people, on Iranian facilities, will be a war crime. And the Iranian government has issued a statement responding to Trump. Of course, he had that tweet, unconditional surrender, and the Iranian leadership announced that under no circumstances will Iran surrender. As they said, what does it even mean to surrender? And that's an important question. Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. No one asserts that Iran has a nuclear weapon. Israel has hundreds of nuclear weapons. Iran is part of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, It allows international inspectors to come in and examine Iran's civilian nuclear energy program to assure and to guarantee that Iran is not actually building a nuclear bomb. So there is no nuclear threat to to Israel or to the U.S. That's a complete fabrication. But Israel does have hundreds of nuclear weapons. And the United States has 5,000 operational nuclear weapons. And the United States was the only country in the history of humanity that dropped an atomic bomb. And it did so on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Both of those cities were civilian areas. And instantly, when you drop nuclear bombs, it incinerated 100,000 human beings, civilians. So let's sort of put those facts on the table and then try to establish some other context for how each and every one of us should view this conflict. One way to look at it is this. Iran is a country of 90 million people. That's bigger than France. It's bigger than Germany. It's a major power. It has a large military. And even with all of the devastating economic sanctions that have been imposed on Iran for the last decades by Western countries, mainly the United States, does anyone here possibly think that Iran, if it is attacked by the United States with these kind of weapons, will roll over and carry out unconditional surrender? Or will Iran be a place where the gates of hell have opened for U.S. imperialism in this resource-rich region of the world? I think we know with certainty that if Trump does this, the United States, like happened in Vietnam, like happened in Iraq, like happened in Afghanistan, the U.S. will succeed only in killing large numbers of people, but it will not be able to rule over the people of Iran or the people of the Middle East. That's a fantasy. I think each and every one of us has to recognize that we are at a moment that could be an inflection point in contemporary history. If Iran is bombed by the United States, if that moron in the White House, Donald Trump, says, yes, I'm going to do it, and if he's allowed to do it, we are going to enter a new era of political instability that will make the last 20 years look like a tea party. Each and every one of us has to do everything in our power right now to prevent the U.S. from carrying out this madness. Trump must be stopped. This war must be stopped. The situation could not be more grave. We asked everyone today, and there's a coalition of groups that have come together. Some are Iranian, some are Palestinian, some are people from North America. It's a coalition of groups. This coalition has to get bigger. It has to get a lot bigger. It has to get a lot stronger. It has to be in the streets. The only reason the Vietnam War ended was because of opposition from people in the United States. It's not going to be the members of Congress who are still criminally watching as Trump prepares for this new aggression, watching and saying almost nothing. We have to do it. We the people have to do it. Can we do it? Are we able to make a commitment to keep mobilizing today and tomorrow and every day to make sure that this does not happen? And if it does happen, we have to make it clear that the people of this country, not just people who voted for Biden, it could be people who voted for Biden, voted for Trump, voted for socialists, voted for the Green Party, people across the political spectrum are sick and tired of endless war. They want to spend money for jobs and education and housing and health care, not for war. So this is serious business. If you're with me, if you're ready to make a commitment to stay, to organize, to talk to your neighbors, your family, everyone you can about this madness and why it must end, please raise your hand. Let's make this commitment. No war against the people of Iran. Thank you very much. From Tehran to Gaza, here I call. No more war, life for all. These wars are for profit. It's bullshit. Get off it. These wars are for profit. It's bullshit. Get off it. These wars are for profit. It's bullshit. Get off it. These wars are for profit. It's bullshit. Get off it. These wars are for profit. Give it up for our next speaker, Beirut from the National Iranian American Council.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you. These are hard times, and I know how difficult it is for all of you to show up here with force and to make our voices heard. As the horrendous atrocities of the genocidal war in Gaza continues, Israel is expanding its forever war to Iran. In violation of every single international law that ensures the sovereignty of nations, Israel has begun another unprovoked war by attacking Iran. But we say enough is enough. 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 In violation of every single international law for the protection of civilian lives, Israel is bombing Iranian cities. But we say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. In violation of rules for safeguarding nuclear enrichment sites against radioactive contamination, Israel is destroying the peaceful Iranian enrichment sites. But we say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. In violation of rules against forced displacement of an entire population, Israel is warning residents of Tehran, a city of 12 million people, to evacuate the city. But we say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Israel claims that this was a preventative war. No credible international or American intelligence corroborates with the Israeli government that Iran posed an imminent danger to the Israeli security. War is the only form of engagement Israeli government understands. Now the Trump administration is gearing up to enter the war directly. Israel has committed all these atrocities with the support of successive American administrations. Now we are on the verge of turning that political, financial, logistical, and military support into a declaration of war against Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. We are told that it would be easy. They will surrender. We dropped the bombs and they told us that, as George W. Bush once said, we go shopping. We heard this story before. Americans do not want war and bloodshed. Americans do not want the massacre of innocent people that only serve to fatten the pockets of war profiteers. Stop supporting Israeli atrocities. No war with Iran. No war with Iran. No war with Iran. Raise your hands and make our voices heard. To our representatives, we say no war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. Thank you.
We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? As has been said before, but it bears repeating, the reason we are out here is because the U.S. wants to drag us into another illegal war with Iran, while our communities here in New York City go hungry, while our brothers and sisters here are left without adequate resources to healthcare and education, and while there is a terrible and tragic attack against our immigrant brothers and sisters. They tell us they don't have money to feed the poor, but they damn sure do find the money for war, and we will not stand for it. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more war. Welcome our next speaker from About Face.
Hello, my name is Tom Keppen. I'm a member of About Face, Veterans Against the War. We're a group of post 9/11 veterans who organize against the U.S. policy of forever war and work to stop the use of military weapons and tactics against communities across this country here. For many of us, our lives were irreparably impacted by our experience in the military. Physical, psychological, and moral injury from our participation in illegal and unjust wars that killed hundreds of thousands of Afghans and Iraqis. These wars were waged in the name of U.S. security, but they didn't make us safer. The only beneficiaries of those atrocities were weapons manufacturers and defense contractors, whose shareholders include many members of Congress. We were dragged into those wars by corrupt and lying officials. They fed us propaganda about WMDs. They deployed racist Islamophobic tropes to dehumanize their victims and conceal the devastation that is unleashed by the U.S. war machine. Now we're seeing people who want to repeat these same crimes with the same lies. There is a dangerous rogue state in the region with a secret nuclear weapons program, but it isn't Iran, it's Israel. It's clear Israel has no limits. It's committing genocide in Gaza. It's subjecting Palestinians in the West Bank to a brutal military regime. It's terrorizing the people of Lebanon and expanding its illegal occupation of Syrian territory. And now it's further destabilizing the region by launching a war on Iran. This is all to impose Israel's will on the region, to brutally eliminate any challenge, real or perceived, to its settler colonial apartheid regime. We cannot allow the fascist lunatics and war criminals in the Israeli government to bring us into this war. And when I condemn Israel, I don't want to implicitly absolve the United States, because as it's been noted, Israel's wars are our wars. We bear responsibility for Israeli impunity. Our government funds these wars. We arm Israel. We provide diplomatic cover. Netanyahu feels emboldened to expand the scope of these criminal military campaigns because he knows that Israel enjoys unconditional support from our government. This must stop. We must cut aid to Israel. We must start arming Israel. And we must begin treating Israel like the pariah state it is. No war on Iran. Arms embargo now.
We want justice, you say how? Hands up Iran now! We want justice, you say how? Hands up Iran now! From the belly of Bruton!
My name is Mion. I'm a member of Nodoto for Korean Community Development. Nodoto stands in complete and total solidarity with the people of Iran and West Asia as they resist the terror of U.S. empire and its Zionist attack on the state of Israel. As Korean people, we are all too familiar with the reality of U.S. occupation and war. We know that when the U.S. massacres civilians and bombs infrastructure, that these are not mistakes. They are calculated attempts to kill civilians. They are acts of genocide. The public is being pushed to support this war with Iran based on the lie that it is a nuclear threat. We refuse to accept it. It is the United States and Israel who are the greatest nuclear threats in the world today. It's the United States who has been the only country to have ever used nuclear weapons in warfare. They didn't nuke Hiroshima and Nagasaki to win the war. They did it to remind the people of Asia and the colonized world that we are nothing to them. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's in the Pacific where the U.S. conducted 67 nuclear weapons tests in the Marshall Islands without the consent of its people. All across indigenous reservations on Turtle Island, the U.S. is dumping its nuclear waste and poisoning local waters. Shame! And Iraq, Yugoslavia, and Syria, the U.S. used depleted uranium weapons that are still causing birth defects and cancer to this day. Iran does not have a singular nuclear weapon. Iran has demonstrated time and time again its willingness to negotiate and accept international oversight for its civilian nuclear energy program. By comparison, the U.S. has over 3,000 nuclear weapons, enough to destroy all life on Earth hundreds of times over. Israel may have as many as 400 nuclear weapons, nukes it holds in secret and acquired illegally in violation of international law. And yet neither the U.S. nor Israel have faced consequences. The only countries that the UN Security Council sanctions today for its nuclear activity is Iran and North Korea. Two countries who do not start wars around the world, The two countries who are not responsible for the genocide in Gaza, and the two countries that the U.S. has tried to topple again and again for decades. We're not buying the lies. We're not buying the lies from the warmongers in the Trump administration and in the media. The only rogue states in this world are the U.S., Israel, and their allies helping them commit acts of genocide. Where is the International Commission to Denuclearize Israel? Where is the International Commission to Denuclearize the U.S.? Where are the international sanctions against these rogue state sponsors of terror? We're living in a time where the U.S. and Israel justify their crimes against humanity by invoking law and order, when the law is a tool for a tiny elite to impress and wage war against the entire world, then resistance and revolution becomes everybody's responsibility. The courts and Congress are not our last line of defense. It's you. It's the masses of organized people who really hold the power, and now it is time for our rulers to finally learn that lesson. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes.
Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. I don't believe you. How are we feeling? Amazing, amazing. Give it up for our next speaker from the Party for Socialism and Liberation, Sean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed the people, not the war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed the people, not the war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed the people, not the war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed the people, not the war. Oh yes indeed. Friends, my name is Sean Blackman, and I'm here with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Yes. And we are gathered here this evening to expose a lie. And I'm not talking about some small, harmless lie. No.
Excuse me.
I'm talking
Can you
about
tell
a
me
lie
the name of the group you're with?
that could have catastrophic implications
How do you spell
for the
that?
people of Iran, for the middle history of this earth has actually used a nuclear weapon. And that's the United States of America. And so I'm going to tell
Do you believe that the preemptive strike? I'm over with that.
Israel takes your money too. They're doing such a good job. Thank your God, not my God. You don't have a God.
May I ask why you're out here?
I'm out here to show my support for the Israeli and American governments and Western civilization as a whole.
Are you here to protest for peace or for war?
I'm here to protest for peace for the world. And the only way through peace for the world is through going to war with Iran at the current moment. And then when the IRGC eventually does collapse, there will be peace in the world.
And then how long have you wanted to go to war with Iran?
I never wanted to go to war with Iran. I was ready for Iran to really understand the threat that they were making to the world and step down.
But now you want to.
What?
But now you want to?
No, I still would love the IRGC to stand down and to give peace to the Iranian people. But until they're ready to do that, we'll continue to fight. For our survival, it's not even like an option.
But you believe it's necessary to go. And how long have you felt that?
That it's necessary?
Yes.
Once the Israeli government announced that they were days away from a nuclear bomb that was going to wipe out my family.
Yes, but Netanyahu's been saying that for 15 years.
What?
Netanyahu's been saying for 15 years that
He's never getting closer. He's never said they're days away. And they're days away. The threat that was being made was too high to stand back and
Where are you from?
I'm originally from London. I live here.
I'm sorry?
Downtown Manhattan.
And what group were you with?
What?
What group?
I'm not with the group.
Okay.
I'm with the Jewish people.
Are you with these guys too?
What?
Are you with these guys?
I know some of them, but we're not necessarily.
we do? When Iran is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? From Tehran to Gaza, here I come.